Hello and welcome to another episode of 5 Minutes of Wellness here on Untitled Soul TV. I'm your girl Failure and I am in this amazing spot right now recording this video. And I am following up on the series that I'm doing, which is the habit series. Strategies to help you create healthy habits and sustainable habits. Hope you can hear me. I'm outside. And this week we are focusing on personal habits. Let me just pull up my notes. And today's habits, and the acronym is DEEP, D-E-E-P, and we all need to live more deeply. How you deeply present in your life is focused, intentional, and aware. So the first letter of the acronym is D, standing for do more experiments. I loved hearing this when Jay Shetty, where I got this idea from being in his habit workshop. Now I want to share this with all of you, is break old patterns by doing new experiments. So trying new things, going to different places, trying new activities. This is going to break you out of your everyday life, everyday patterns, and it's going to open you up to experience more things. You know what the old saying of your stepping outside your comfort zone is where life begins. And I find that really true. You get really stuck in old ways of thinking, old patterns, when you do the same thing and get stuck in the mundane. So maybe once a week, trying a new activity you've never done, going to a new place you've never been, finding a new, even as simple as going to a restaurant and ordering something new on the menu. That way you discover, okay, I like it or I don't like it. And that's what I've been doing. I always, for breakfast, I've been going a lot out for brunches with my family. What I've been doing is I always go for two options, either avocado toast with an egg or eggs benedict. And over the last while, I've been trying different things. So I went for a really cool vegetarian breakfast. I tried a tofu scramble, and these are things that I've never normally tried, and I discovered that, you know, my taste buds, something else is out there and interesting. So that's just one example that I encourage you to do. The next one, the first E of the acronym DEEP, would be E for energy management. Plan tomorrow this way. Time isn't the true indicator that dictates your time based on where you can dictate your time. Base it on where you can place 100% of your energy. So instead of looking at time and being like, okay, I'm going to allocate this amount of time to this activity, see where you can bring 100% of your energy to the task and then allocate your time accordingly. So if you don't have energy to do the dishes with 100%, so first thing in the morning, then maybe do the dishes later in the day when there's more accumulated and you have more time to invest, so that you can do it with 100% of your energy. That's maybe not the best example, but thinking of tasks on your to-do list, whether it's business tasks or creative tasks, thinking of when am I most creative during my day, and where can I bring 100% of my energy to the task. And if I can't bring 100% of my energy, I need to reallocate my time accordingly. So hopefully that makes sense. The next E in the acronym DEEP is effort and expectation. So he says here, successful people don't focus on either of these things. Expectations are fake. It's not based on fact or experience. It's based on perception. The difference between boundaries and expectations is something you want from others. Boundaries I'm willing to accept. We set unrealistic expectations. Failure to meet your reality sets you up for failure and disappointment. Successful people experience over setting expectations. Let go of expectations. So experience more life. Expect less. Because when you have a high expectation of something, you're often left disappointed. And successful people don't focus on effort. They focus on process and method. So focusing more on how you're doing it versus how much effort this is going to take. Don't work harder, work smarter. How can you make the strategy work for you versus trying to do more? It may just be a small adjustment. How do you see yourself as part of the process? Working harder isn't going to make yourself like you more. Work smarter, not harder. So sometimes we think we just have to work hard to get things done, but it necessarily doesn't meet your expectations. So you spend all your time and effort doing something, and then it doesn't quite reach your expectation, or it doesn't reach the level of work that, or the expectation, like I said. So the idea here is to focus on the method, focus on the process of getting things done. How are you doing it? Did this work? Evaluate, did this work well? Where do I need to make a small tweak, make a small adjustment, versus focusing solely on expectation. So yeah, that is the second E. And then the P for deep is practice your passion. If you got 100 Rand or 100,000 Rand, how will you divide your money? Things you are good at, things you are average at, things you are bad at. Think about that for a second. Smart people invest money in things that they are good at, so that they become expert in that industry, in that craft. So if it's writing, investing in writing projects, doing group creative writing courses, investing time and money and effort into things that you already know you're good at, so you can hone in on your craft, so that you become the expert of that in your field, so that you become really good at your craft, so that when people recognize you, they know what is your strong point. They'll come to you because you're the expert in it. They'll ask you for advice. They'll hire you based on your expert knowledge. So if I go recap this, it would be the D standing for do more experiments. So do more things outside your comfort zone. Do more activities you've never done. Eat different foods you've never eaten. Try something new at least once a week. Energy management. Plan tomorrow with where can I bring 100% of my energy into every task that I do, and then prioritize your to-do list based on your energy level. Then effort and expectation. Focus less on effort, focus less on expectation. Focus more on the process and how you can be smarter at what you're doing versus working harder. And then P, practice your passion. Invest in what you're good at and practice it. Become the expert in that field. And yeah, that's what I want to leave you with today, is that personal habits, how to craft it, how to become better at who you were made to be. And it's simple. Do more things, trust the process, and become smarter and work according to your energy level. So I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you all next week for the third installment of the Habit Strategy series. Love you all from this beautiful location here in Cape Town, South Africa. See you all soon. Bye.